No, no. I want to spray everyone in this theater with like hydrochloric acid.
Look at his smile. Look at his smile.
That's not a smile. That's
Look at that smile.
That is a fucking. That's not a person.
Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes.
I want to smash his face against a brick. Anyway, welcome to a good movie now.
Anyway, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Yay!
A movie that I have seen 2 years ago.
And a movie that I've seen about 3 times.
The only way I saw it was on a plane.
Which is not ideal in my opinion for this. Just to reiterate, folks, this is my favorite movie of all time.
We watched my favorite movie. We've watched other favorite movies of mine. So now we're letting Quentin have a turn.
We're letting me have a play at the old Xbox. I'm so happy that Ke Huy Quan was actually chose to be in this, and I should also mention that the roles of the main, like the protagonists, were actually like the genders are reversed because they actually had Jackie Chan in mind for the main character initially.
Oh,
I think it was scheduling conflicts or whatever, but Michelle Yeoh eventually got it. I'm so happy she's in this too because she is amazing. Everyone is. And actually, the first time I saw this, I didn't even really realize that it was Huy Quan. I thought it was just some like generic actor.
God, I wish someone kissed me like that.
Also, when he first said that, I thought like, oh, so you want to be a lesbian?
Man, if all Mormons are dressed like that, I'm gonna go find a Mormon. It was funnier when I said it the first time.
It was. Look, it's Jacksepticeye.
What is playing on the TV?
A movie that doesn't exist.
Really?
I don't think it does.
It looks
based off a scene they play later.
It looks like a real movie. It looks like something that'd be playing on like TCM. Bro just wants to be in a musical. I mean, I would love to be in a musical too. I want to recreate the scene in La La Land where they're dancing under the streetlight.
You should put that in your dating profile. That might be a pretty attractive fucking thing to put on there.
Everything.
Yay!
Part 1.
I love this movie. I love with every part of me. It still boggles my mind how you saw this in a fucking airplane.
Why does that boggle your mind?
It's just, this movie is just like, there's just so much happening when you watch an airplane.
I mean, you know, Delta has like 100 different movies you can watch. You can watch the fucking Godfather on the plane.
God, I love this movie.
Didn't Jamie Lee Curtis win?
She did win like Best Supporting Actress, which like I'm glad she won, but like for this role,
oh, I like that with the subtitle.
I know it's so fucking good. This scene is what made me really lock into it the first time around. What do you think he's gonna do?
He's gonna eat the lipstick.
It's chapstick, dumbass.
It looks like lipstick.
Fuck this movie.
Is he gonna eat the pebble? Oh.
He does all that shit that just eats rocks.
Actually, this is very Matrixy.
That's what I was thinking the first time around.
At least the movie's aware.
Fuck, I love this effect.
Yay, Jamie Lee Curtis is dead.
POV, she dies tomorrow.
Can't wait.
Right, Schlatt. Dude, I swear to you, I had nothing to do with it.
Schlatt's so relatable. Schlatt would endorse Lunchley.
Schlatt would endorse beating your local elderly.
Take me to the nursing home.
I love this movie.
Oh, it's doing the Wong Kar-wai effect.
I love this movie.
That music is used in It's Always Sunny.
Are like socks like lingerie to Quentin Tarantino?
That's a crazy shower thought. That's a Can we talk about that for 45 minutes?
That movie. Okay, what are you talking about? Rakakuni. You know the one with the and he makes bad food. Pui. And then
Ratatouille? Ratatouille.
It's the shitty rip-off version.
This sounds like a scene from the Marvel movie. I'm sorry, it sounds so much. This is like a Deadpool scene where you'd be like, "Oh yeah, one of my favorite movies. It's Ratatouille."
Whatever. Fuck you.
It's a good movie, but it has its Marvelisms. You just referenced Chewbacca.
Chewbacca.
Oh my god, a reference, haha.
I love this movie.
What the fuck? 9/11 for dogs. A plane has hit the Petco.
The plane has hit the Petco. I repeat, a raging pit bull has hit the PetSmart. Sir, there's been a second Boston Terrier. Florida man fucks dogs at PetSmart.
I'm fucking the dog. I'm fucking the dog, Ted.
If only this happened at the WWE.
Managed to piss off everyone.
Shut the fuck up about the multiverse.
Don't deny this movie uses it well.
I'll see you again soon.
See you, Space Cowboy.
Alright, movie's done.
Alright, next movie.
Masterpiece.
Thanks, Daniel. Thanks, Wong and Quan.
Thanks, starring.
Thanks, Quan.
It's Rakakuni. See, they set up jokes.
They set up a joke, and it's even funnier now that they're acting on the joke. Everywhere. Part 2. So is this? Oh my god, it's Take On Me.
Hey, oh, it's such a beautiful day. I love this movie. And also, if you're wondering, this chapter on is what made this movie my favorite of all time. I love these shots a lot.
Oh my god, it's hurting my eyes.
And then this is my favorite scene in the movie.
A Tale of Two Rocks.
The only thing I do know is that we have to be kind.
And that is my favorite line in the movie, by the way. What I really like is just doing laundry and taxes with you. Fuck, that's such a good line.
I want someone to do laundry and taxes with.
See? Don't you get it?
See, this is my favorite part of the movie, where it's actually like about their marriage. That's what I love
Well,
about the movie.
Admittedly, yes. A lot of movies kind of setting up the payoffs, which you get here. But
I care more about their marriage and seeing about their marriage than kind of the rest of it.
Fair enough.
Like sure, the fighting in the IRS, like that's really fun, but it doesn't give me a whole lot.
well, I like the long martial arts movies, so it's really
I
fun
mean,
for me.
like I said, I'm not gonna say that they're terrible or anything. They're fun. They're fun to watch. I like good action. I like this more. I'm also not gonna say this movie's a masterpiece either.
That's when we disagree.
That's where we might disagree. I can understand why this is your favorite movie though. It feels like
Thank you.
It feels like all the things that you love in one movie.
Well, I agree the marriage is probably the strongest emotional part. It's not. They still take time to like see the other characters too. I love this movie.
Oh no, are they gonna commit rock suicide? Are they gonna hit rock bottom?
Kill yourself. I love this movie.
Are you crying?
What do you think I've been doing? I really love this movie.
Part 3, All at Once.
Gotta pee. Hold on.
Mr. Grandpa's just like, go in your pants.
If I could do it, you could do it.
Hey, if diapers went out you.
You used to.
You used to. It's crazy. Yay.
Wow.
Best movie of all time.
That was a movie. Yeah, that was solid. You, the Russos.
God, I love this movie.
8 out of 10.
Okay, now this time I think I understand why it's a fucking 1,000,000 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I wanna hear why.
It's for a lot of reasons. Well, I'll start with the premise of it being a multiverse movie. Because I, too, am also very sick of that fucking concept. I think it is very overused, underutilized in some ways, and also misutilized in plenty of others. But many movies these days, I think they use that just sort of like use it for easy, just, I don't know, cameo fests and whatnot, you know? The reason why this movie I think works a lot better for me is because it uses it to establish its emotional core of, even though the universe itself is infinite and massive, we still choose each other in all the noise. We still value each other's, the specks of time we spend with each other above all else. Sure, yeah, a lot of life does not make sense. A lot of shit does not. We have the choice to be kind. We have the choice to make each of our own realities and worlds the way we want, because nothing tells us that it has to be one way or another. Nothing matters, so why worry about being consistent with a plan, with the way you want? Family in this movie, I think, highlights just kind of, it centers the movie in this idea that though we can get lost, we can always find our way back. Falling into pessimism and nihilism is easy, but pulling yourself out of it is just as easy. If you surround yourself with the right people, surround yourself with the right things. On top of that, the movie's just fun. I think, sure, the comedy, like, the first time around was way better because I didn't know the jokes, but even this time around, like, I still enjoyed just like the physicality and the energy each actor brought into this, and I also love, of course, the fight scenes. But that's just me being a big fan of like Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee movies. I just appreciate that type of choreography. Just on top of all that, it's a movie that handles such a big concept with such limited filmmaking too. Like I've looked behind the scenes for this movie a lot, and I'm amazed by the technology and the techniques they used to make it, and how much passion they had. And when it comes to art, I want to hone part of that. These directors, these creators inspire me to just make the most of my limited tool set, my limited knowledge, because they didn't really know how to make a movie like this, but they still did it. They still made a movie that got Oscars and gave actors comebacks, gave people insight into how we interact in a way that took a concept that was starting to feel dry, made it fresh, made it original in some way, even though sure, the whole like taking traits from other things is kind of like the Matrix. Like, yeah, that kind of is a little derivative, but I think it's in a way that it's still fun and enjoyable for what it is. The idea of having to do things that are outside of your normal personality is a really creative way for me to kind of think of connecting myself to other versions of me or other parts of me that I don't really know are even a part of me. It's a lot of little things, this movie, that kind of add up to this whole, where it's this and Dark Souls 3 that kind of really inspire me to think that I could just make the life I want to live. That sure, there's a lot of bad things out there, but I never don't have the option to make the world that I want to live in and be good for those who want to make it with me. That's why it's 10 out of 10. I never expected you to become your favorite movie with this.
No,
That's not what I was thinking.
I don't know, I think I almost have the same kind of reaction that I did after watching it the first time, where it's like it's a good movie, but I don't love it.
To kind of give a little credence to the whole Marvel comparison, I think you brought up. I think to me, the best of Marvel still reflected some parts of people. They still had good things to say about our virtue and our bravery and our willpower as a species. That kind of shows up here too.
The Ratatouille bit reminds me of both Marvel and Free Guy.
Well, Free Guy I think that might be a little bit of a stretch, but yeah. This movie takes that type of shitty joke and makes it into an actual plot point and a way to tell a story.
It does, sure. Just kind of dumb.
Plus, the music is just great in this, too. It's so good.
8 out of 10.
Closer
to a 7 than a 9.
Well, for me, it's one fucking endless billion bajillion googly eyes out of 10. Also, just no.